Good morning, boys and girls. Today we are going to read a book. Uh, it is called The Race. And before we read it, I want us to think about a time that we have raced. And I'm going to introduce you to two characters to kind of help us think about this race. We got this little dog here. This is a fast, fast dog, aren't you, Lucy? Yeah, you're so fast. But she really, really, really likes to sleep and take lots of naps. So, my question to you, do you think she would win in a race if she was running real fast and taking lots and lots and lots of naps? Or do you think this turtle that never, oh, don't eat the turtle, that never takes naps but moves kind of slow, who do you think would win the race? The turtle that tries really hard and never gives up, or the dog that's fast but takes lots of naps? We are going to explore that in this story right here. So, again, this book is called The Race. It's always important to read the title of a book because the title helps us to know what the book is about. We look at the title and we look at the pictures on the front to help us know if the book that we have is an interesting book for us. And I think this is going to be an interesting book. The Race. Read it with me. The Race. All right. Now, we also, part of a book, we want to know who the author is. An author is the person who has written the book. Now, a lot of the books that we have read together have an author who came up with the idea for the book in their head, and the story is theirs. If we look at this, though, it doesn't say author Lisa Charlesworth. It says retold by Lisa Charlesworth. And boys and girls, that is because this is a very famous, very old story that is like 2,000 years old. And lots of different people have told the story about this race in lots of different ways. It's a very famous race. So that is who has written our story. Now, looking at this picture, I want you to think about some predictions you might make for how this race winds up. We have in the kind of story that I told you at the beginning, we have this dog right here who, as you can see, is sleeping right now. She's sleeping right now. But we have this dog. There you go. And we have this turtle. But in this book, we have a turtle. And when we think about turtles, we normally think of turtles as being pretty slow, right? You could say as slow as a turtle, or you could say as fast as a hare, as fast as a rabbit. So on this page, I want you to think about who you think would win. Do you think it would be the rabbit, or do you think it would be the turtle? It's a good question. And if I were really here with some students, I would make little tallies so that we could come back to that, and we could think about kind of integrating math into our literacy lesson, maybe make a bar graph, and then come back to see how our predictions turned out. All right. So um, it's important to know how a book works, to look at the title, and then to think about how we turn it. We don't want to just like open to a random page, because if we do that, we're not hearing the story. Stories unfold very deliberately. Um, we have the title. We open carefully. We make sure there's no pages in between. We see another picture here. Here, they're at the starting line right there. There's the starting line. And it's also called The Race. And this is not part of the story, so I'll go on. And I've turned to here. And I want to be on the left hand page. And then I look at the picture and I kind of think about some of what's going on from the picture, but then I find the words. And I'm going to read to you. And I want you to kind of follow my finger as I go. Because as we follow a finger, we're thinking about how the book moves, how the story moves along. We notice that we start our finger on the left, and we move it down, and we move it to the right. And then when we hit the end of this, we're going to flip to the next page. So we will read the story together. This is Turtle. She is slow. This is Rabbit. He is fast. And I guess I should pause here real quick. Um, this is to the instructor of my course. I am filming using WeVideo, and it no longer, even a paid $4.99 per month subscription, it does not allow me to record both on my webcam and on my screen at the same time. So I'm going to splice in something where you will see my screen and not me, and that's some vocabulary cards that I created for this. So I'm going to pause this real quick. All right, I believe that I am filming here. First off, I'd like to apologize that you no longer have a view of my delightful dog. Second of all, I'd like um, to mention that this book, The Race, is a book that I taught to my kindergarten students last year. Um, it was a book outside of their reading range, um, but I did lots of work on it. We worked on it for about 2 weeks, and I drew these vocabulary cards. I tried to focus on vocabulary that was CVC words, and we worked together on those. And I drew pictures um, to help make the words have a visual cue. And by the end of this, the students could read all the words very quickly. They became sight words for them, and some of the kids could make their way through this story itself. So here is one of the vocabulary words. We have nap, uh, and we could sound it out. What sound does an N make? Na, a. Um, we have late. By the end of the year, we had gotten to the silent E, and this is a good example of a silent E. And I hand drew these pictures. I did look at pictures from the story, but I kind of thought it was fun hand drawing them. We did a lot of drawing in my class, so that things could be spontaneous and have visual cues connected with them. So there's late. Rabbit, the word is in the book. So basically, whenever they saw, and we talked about proper nouns, whenever they saw a proper noun that started with R, it was rabbit, and they should know the word he. Um, there is a CVC word when. They know the word stop, which is in this book, because we have stop signs around our class. Stop signs are just commonly used in education and in the world, and students recognize those. So stop, another another silent E word, woke, no, some of my students' favorite word, race, and thus it didn't really follow our predicted patterns, but we have race, mad, a CVC word, slow, again, didn't precisely follow the rules that we'd studied at this point, but they came to know that word as it was associated with the turtle. Fast, associated with the rabbit. There's turtle, another proper noun, starts with a T, and that is a she. So those were the vocabulary words that I both pre-taught and that we worked on along the way. And I need to figure out, oh, there we go. All right, now we're going to read the story. We've talked about the vocabulary. I do briefly want to tilt my camera down. Oh, we have a very fast animal that does often sleep. So here's the race. I'm going to read through it just quickly. We'll think about some repeated storylines or some repeated lines. I talk with my students about the importance of repetition in a story. And then I'm going to ask some comprehension questions. So this is Turtle. She is slow. This is Rabbit. He is fast. So both of our characters are identified. One is slow and one is fast. Want to race? Said Rabbit. Yes, 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 said Turtle. 1, 2, 3, Go, said Frog. Turtle went slow, 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 slow. Boys and girls, what's the word that you heard 4 times on this page? Let me read it again. Turtle went slow, 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 slow. Yes, we heard the word slow. Look at Turtle. Turtle is so slow. And here we hear rabbit. Let's listen and see if we hear a repeated word on this page. Rabbit went fast, 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 fast. Who here is the fastest? Yes, it's the rabbit. Who here is the slowest? The turtle. So is the race over? No. Who do you think will win? Probably the fast one, right? We're gonna have to read to keep finding out though. And remember, I'm gonna come to this side and I'm gonna turn it just like this. Ooh, turtle did not stop, but rabbit did stop. He had a nap. Ooh, look. What's he doing in his nap? Yeah, he's dreaming about carrots, isn't he? Zzz. Not a real word, but it kind of shows us that he's sleeping. Uh-oh. Oh no. Then Rabbit woke up. No, no, no. And do you remember at the beginning how we had the words yes, yes, yes? Now we have no, no, no. Uh-oh. The dog just woke up too. No, 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 said Rabbit. Turtle was ahead. Rabbit went fast. Fast, fast, fast. Oh, he's running fast. Is it going to be enough? Because he took a great big nap. The turtle that was slow, slow, slow never gave up and took a nap. But it was too late. Turtle won the race. Rabbit was mad. But Turtle was happy. Yes, yes, yes. So, if I were doing this for students, I would probably ask some spontaneous comprehension questions at the end of the reading. I also had some comprehension activities that I did along the way with them that I created on paper. I unfortunately could not find any of the copies of those as I was going back to look through my room that is all disassembled for floor waxing and such. I think the big questions are, so if turtle's slower than rabbit, what did turtle do that helped him or helped her to win the race? Um, what were the traits, or what was the choices that turtle made that helped turtle win, even though turtle wasn't as fast? And then maybe we could, with time, segue that into thinking about like how important it is to work hard and not give up when things are hard. We just keep going one step at a time. And we have a model here of a character that might not have been the fastest or the smartest or the whatever, that didn't give up, that had a growth mindset and kept working and really succeeded as a result. And we have another character that kind of just relied on his natural ability and then took lots of breaks, and did not do as well. So we kind of developed that into a social skills type, several lessons. That would be something I definitely want to do with this. And then we'd think about why Rabbit was mad, and did Rabbit really have the right to be mad if Rabbit didn't work that hard? So those are some comprehension questions that I think could stem from this as well.